And yeah, just like that, the long-awaited patch 1.3 for Cyberpunk 2077 has been farted out into the world, and players can really experience that late-night kebab smell for themselves. I'm not surprised, but I admit I'm pretty disappointed. Patch 1.3 was what many had thought to be a potential rebirth of the game, finally bringing Cyberpunk to the status slightly resembling what we had hoped for before launch. Unfortunately, even at 40 gigs, patch 1.3 doesn't change a lot. Many features players have wanted are still not addressed, although it's a welcome change to be able to craft more than one item at a time. The free DLC is pointless, and the future of the game feels in doubt. I think this patch has exposed the very foundations of Cyberpunk to be nothing more than a house of cards, if that wasn't already apparent. First, some housekeeping. I'm playing this on a PS5 with system version 21.01-03.21, and I have an LG B1 OLED TV, so it's able to handle some pretty decent graphics. I have finished the game, and I sat down for about 2 hours after work just to see how the game has changed. I'm not going to go over all the patch notes because we'd be here all bloody day, and I'm sure most of you had read it by now. It needs to be said that some players even put this patch up to the No Man's Sky relaunch. The difference being, Hello Games took 2 years to fix that mess. I just want to get that out there because it really rubbed me the wrong way to see YouTubers float that about the place like it was gospel. It's also going to be a very quick video, as I really want to talk about Tales of Arise and the demo that just released, and I also have a Ghost of Tsushima expansion to dive into in about 5 hours. With all that out of the way, let's go. The first thing I noticed when playing was the pop-in, and it's far worse than I remember it being, and it's only been about 11 days since I last jumped into Cyberpunk. I don't remember it being this bad. It takes me back to playing the game at launch. NPCs just appear in front of you, or in my case, pop in when my back is turned like the fucking angels from Doctor Who. This is what I meant by the foundations of Cyberpunk being faulty. The most common word I found in this patch was the word fix, just like every other patch. And I can't help but feel that this patch and subsequent patches are just going to break something, or at worst case, break the very core of the game. And with developers saying how difficult it is to patch a live game and comparing it to open heart surgery, I think the house of cards is starting to crumble a bit. The next issue I found was with movement. 2 issues, actually. First of which, the running, and it feels like V is running on a slippery surface. I can't quite put my finger on it, it just felt really strange, as if all the feedback has just vanished. I got nothing back from the controller. It felt odd. It felt really, really odd. And this is something I couldn't get over through the entire few hours I did play. And it went as far as I believe, fuck up the driving. The driving feels worse. I'll get to that in just a moment. The other issue with movement is when V stopped running. Every time she came to a halt, she would jump back a little bit. I'll play a little footage right now. You'll see what I mean. It's only a small thing, but it's these small things that make the big things good. And this was fucking annoying. Strangely enough, it didn't happen all the time, just every now and again. Maybe it's certain surfaces that this happens to, and if so, why? But honestly, I don't know. Right, so the driving. Let me start by saying how glad and how grateful I am that they finally pulled that minimap back, but fuck me, the driving feels shit again. Honestly, the driving one is really one, if not the, well, can't say it's the biggest issue. There are a lot bigger issues than driving, but the driving was one of the major issues I had with Cyberpunk. The game was broken, but I still had fun. I was able to forgive the crashes and some of the glitches, but when you have an open world that encourages driving and the driving feels as bad as this, it ruined the entire experience for me. Fucking Roach controls better than this, and that says a lot. Before you say it, I have adjusted the driving sensitivity and I have it to the recommended level 4 consoles. I've experimented with it in the past. It doesn't really seem to do anything. That could just be for me. Other than that, it was the usual bugs that I found. A horrible loading time, not a bug, but still annoying. Textures weren't loading, some were simply missing, NPC AI doing weird shit. Honestly, it's just another day at the office for Cyberpunk. I'm not going to give up on this game. As I said earlier, I did have fun with it. I wouldn't have completed it if I didn't. Although I have to admit, the story was so underwhelming, which is quite ironic because this is what's happening with all the patches. But I do want to experience it again, mostly with the next gen upgrade or current gen upgrade. A new game plus run would be great, but unless you really want to gamble your money, do not buy any of the paid expansions if they come out. Don't buy them until they're properly tested and they go on sale. For me, I won't be purchasing any of them for at least 6 months after launch. And even then, I won't be doing that unless we've got that current gen upgrade. With all that out of the way, I can't help but feel that Cyberpunk is slowly being accepted as a lost cause. We're meandering towards the 1 year anniversary of the game, and let's be honest, I mean brutally honest with one another. Other than stability issues and mission fixes, what has truly changed with the game? It's still the same world, and more importantly, outside of that world, it's still the same management as CDPR. The same management letting the developers cop the brunt of the backlash. Yes, they gave us an apology, but fuck me, even Activision Blizzard can give an apology. The point is, words are fucking cheap. The game still made CDPR their money back, plus more. The executives got their millions, and now the developers have to crunch away to fix the mess they created. I really feel for them, honestly. Truth be told, I'm just sad. I'm sad because this game should have been delayed by another year or 6 months. And if that would have happened, it probably would have lived up to some of the expectations CDPR placed upon it. And CDPR would have kept their golden reputation. Because as of right now, I don't see them ever recovering the goodwill that they lost, at least anywhere near how they had it before. Cyberpunk will forever be a black mark on the company and the gaming industry as a whole. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, please like or comment below. If you didn't, then fuck it, hit the like button 3 times. Stay safe out there. See you later.
Come on. I swear I won't complete